Dear students at Port Said University, Faculty of Commerce, English Program, 4th grade. This is our course International Marketing. And in this lecture we are going to continue the topic of the scope and challenge of international marketing. So, what should you learn from studying this topic? In this lecture, we will cover and discuss 3 points: stages of international marketing involvement, top managers and organizational authority role, and the big challenge knowing your stakeholders, managers, and ethical decisions. And in fact, we will delay the point of ethical decisions to the next lecture. So, let's start. Stages of international marketing involvement. In general, one of 5, sometimes overlapping, stages can describe the international marketing involvement of a company. These include: the first is no direct foreign marketing, second, infrequent foreign marketing, third, regular foreign marketing, fourth, international marketing, fifth, and the last is global marketing. So, at the stage of no direct foreign marketing, products reach foreign markets indirectly. But products reach foreign markets indirectly ازاي؟ How? Through trading companies, foreign customers who contact firm, wholesalers, distributors, websites. The foreign orders excite and motivate a company's interest to seek additional international sales. شركة ممكن الاوردرز تبقى موتيفيشن ليها ان هي تحاول تتوسع في عملية الانترناشونال ماركتنج. في المرحلة الثانية الانفريكوينت فورين ماركتنج بنلاقي ان هي caused by temporary surpluses. السيربلاسز بتكون نتيجة للفاريشنز in production levels, increases in demand. في الانفريكوينت فورين ماركتنج في الستيج دي بنلاقي ان الفيرم has little or no intention of maintaining continuous market representation. أيضا بنلاقي ان الشركة has little or no change in company organization or product lines. في المرحلة الثالثة اللي هي third stage regular foreign marketing في الستيج الخاصة بالregular foreign marketing firm has production capacity devoted to foreign markets. Firm employs domestic or foreign intermediaries. Products allocated or adapted to foreign markets as demand grows. Firm depends on profits from foreign markets. في الستيج الخاصة بالinternational marketing, the companies are fully committed to and involved in international marketing activities, seeking markets all over the world. Planning entails not only the marketing but also the production of goods outside the home market. في آخر مرحلة وفي أهم مرحلة والأوسع انتشارا طبعا الجلوبال ماركتينج. هنا الكمباني trades world including home market as one market. بيكون في عملية جلوبال ماركتينج وبالتالي يتم النظر للورد including the home market as one market. The market segmentation decisions no longer focused on national borders. مش تركيز على national borders لأن زي ما قلنا إن هو بيتم النظر إلى considered as one market. More than half of revenues come from abroad. Organization takes on global perspective. يبقى بيتم الايه؟ بتنظر للامور من وجهه نظر global perspective او من وجهه نظر الايه؟ عالميه. طيب. النقطة اللي بعد كده the big challenge knowing your stakeholders, managers and ethical decisions. علشان في عملية الانترناشونال ماركتنج you have to learn. you have to know your stakeholders, you have to know your managers, you have to know the ethics, business ethics. So the objectives in this point: identify the various stakeholder groups and their interests or claims on an business, understand the choices and the problems inherent in distributing the value an business creates, appreciate who has authority and responsibility at the top of an organization, and distinguish between different levels of management. Describe the agency problem that exists in all authority relationships and the various mechanisms, such as the board of directors and stock options, which can be used to help control illegal and unethical managerial behavior. Discuss the vital role that ethics plays in constraining managers and employees to pursue the goals that lead to long-run business effectiveness. زي ما قلنا نحن we will delay this point, last point دي الخاصة بالethical decisions to the next lecture. Global business stakeholders. Stakeholders, people who have an interest, claim, or stake in an organization, in what it does, and in how well it performs. Inducements بتمثل rewards such as money, power, and organizational status. Contributions بتمثل skills and knowledge, expertise that organizations require of their members during task performance. التيبل اللي موجود قدامي ده table 2.1 show us طبعا بيعرض لنا ال inducements and contributions of business stakeholders، مجموعات مختلفة من ال stakeholders وال contributions to the organizations وال inducements to contribute. For example لو بصينا على الانسايد stakeholders واخدنا for example shareholders. shareholders طبعا بيكون ال contribution بتاعهم في الاساس money and capital. لما نيجي نبص على inducements to contribute طبعا علشان يحصلوا على dividends، يحصلوا على الستوك appreciation الايه زيادات في اسعار الاسهم اللي هو الكابيتال جينز يعني. المانجرز طبعا بيكون السكيلز اند الاكسبرتيز از contributions، وبيكون السالاريز بونسز ستاتس اللي هي البوزيشنز يعني، and power as inducements ليهم للعمل. وطبعا بقيه الاكزامبلز اللي موجوده عند حضراتكم فور اكزامبل. طب لو بصينا في اخر حاجه خالص مثلا في الاوتسايد فور اكزامبل جنرال بابليك اللي هو الجمهور بشكل عام أو الدولة بشكل عام. The contribution to the organization is customer loyalty and reputation, and the inducement to contribute is the national pride. There are some examples of why you should respect the stakes of your stakeholders. For example, customers. Customers are usually an organization's largest outside stakeholder group. Being Corporation of America, President Stewart Parnell was worried about maximizing his profits, especially when prices of peanut products has started to fall. طبعا هو أهمل معايير الكواليتي، معايير الستاندردز الخاصة بالكواليتي والانستركشنز اللي بتضعها ال FDA. نتج عن ذلك in 2009 a major nationwide outbreak of salmonella poisoning was raised by the Food and Drug Administration (FDA) to the peanut butter produced at his plant in Blakely, Georgia. علشان كده ده أدى ل caused over 600 illnesses and 9 deaths across the United States. النتيجة إن the company is now defunct، توقفت عن العمل. ليه؟ لأن its unethical and illegal management practices put it out of the business، وده شيء طبيعي. For don't respect the stakes of your stakeholders. الإكزامبل الثاني خاص بشركة British Petroleum. In 2009, a U.S. judge finally approved the British Petroleum BB plea agreement to pay $50 million as the largest US criminal environmental fine ever. كانت أكبر طبعا غرامة بيئية دفعت في الولايات المتحدة. طبعا ده نتيجة إن حصل explosion وأدى إلى وفاة 15 workers we injured 180 workers at BP Texas City Oil Refinery. An investigation revealed that the 2005 explosion occurred because BP has relaxed safety procedures at its Texas City refinery to reduce operating costs. يبقى الشركة كانت عايزة تقلل الاوبريتنج costs وبالتالي عملت ريلاكسيشن، قللت البروسيجرز الخاصة بالسيفتي، وده أدى للإكسبلوجن اللي حصل في 2005. علشان كده as international marketer كمسوق دولي وكشركة موجودة international أو world wide، يبقى حضرتك محتاج إنك تحافظ على long run effectiveness. يبقى long run effectiveness satisfying stakeholders goals and interests. An organization is used simultaneously by various stakeholders to achieve their goals. علشان كده المنظمة لازم بشكل مستمر تعمل evaluation of the organization، لازم تعمل تقييم لنفسها علشان تحدد هل الستيك حصلوا على أو حققوا الجولز بتاعتهم ولا لا، الكاستمرز حققوا الجولز بتاعتهم ولا لا، المانجرز اند امبلويز حققوا الجولز بتاعتهم ولا لا، سواء كانت compensation، سواء كانت working conditions ظروف عمل، أو career prospects، أو اللي هي الكارير باثز، أو الإيه، أو اللي هي البروموشنز. Long run effectiveness satisfying stakeholders goals and interests. To be effective, an organization must at least minimally satisfy the interests of all the groups that have a stake in the organization. ولكن البروبلمز اللي بتكون مرتبطة بالعملية دي that an organization faces as it tries to win stakeholders' approval in choosing which stakeholder goals to satisfy. لأن احنا زي ما قلنا إن هي various interests و various stakeholders، وبالتالي choosing which stakeholder goals to satisfy. Deciding how to allocate organizational rewards to different stakeholder groups. Balancing short-term and long-term goals. Competing goals زي ما قلنا إن في competing goals أو في عديد طبعا من الإيه، من اللي هي الجولز المتنافسة اللي بتسعى المنظمة إن هي to satisfy. Organizations exist to satisfy stakeholders' goals. But which stakeholder group's goal is most important? For example, in the United States, the shareholders who are the owners of an organization's accumulated wealth capital have first claim in the value created by the organization. يبقى shareholders come first، لأن هو بيكون الowner of the أو الowners بيكون الowners of an organization. ولكن in reality, managers have real control over the company even though shareholders own it. The result is that managers may follow goals that promote their own interests and not the interests of shareholders. So, allocating rewards, how can managers allocate the rewards? Managers must decide how to allocate inducements to provide at least minimal satisfaction of the various stakeholder groups. Managers must also determine how to distribute extra rewards. Inducements offered to shareholders affect their motivation to contribute to the organization. وهنا مثال يعني على موضوع equating rewards. في 1980 for example, CEO average salary was about 40 times greater than the average worker. لكن at 2010 لما نيجي نشوف CEO salary هنلاقي ان هو was 600 times greater and was even greater in 2011 despite the recent financial crisis. حتى في ظل الأزمة المالية العالمية وصل أجور CEO إن هو يبقى 600 times greater the worker. طبعا ده مبلغ رهيب ومبلغ كبير جدا. Top managers and organizational authority. مطلوب قوي ان احنا نفهم في عمليه الريليشنال ماركتنج، لازم نفهم التوب مانجرز وتاثيرها ايه، والاورجنايزيشنال اوثورتي هيكون تاثيرها ايه على الديسيجنز which you will take at the international markets. Authority, the power to hold people accountable for their actions and to make decisions concerning the use of organizational resources. Shareholders, the shareholder group with ultimate authority over the use of a corporation's resources. Legally, they own the company. They exercise control over it through their representatives. الشيرهولدرز طبعا هم الالتيميت authority، هم السلطة النهائية اللي موجودة في المنظمة. Legally they own the company، هم اللي بيملكوا الشركة، وبالتالي بيمارسوا السلطة بتاعتهم دي من خلال their representatives، الممثلين بتوعهم أو الagents اللي موجودين داخل المنظمة، اللي هم مين؟ اللي هم البورد اوف دايركتورز والمانجرز والمانجمنت بشكل عام. Top managers and organizational authority. The board of directors monitors corporate managers' activities and rewards corporate managers who pursue activities that satisfy stakeholders' goals. The inside directors hold offices in a company formal hierarchy، وفي بيكون عندي الاوتسايد دايركتورز اللي هم not full time employees اللي ما بيكونوش طبعا بيشتغلوا بدوام كامل في المنظمه. The top managers and organizational authority, corporate level management, the inside stakeholder group that has the ultimate responsibility for setting company goals and objectives, for allocating organizational resources to achieve objectives and for designing the organization's structure. دول التوب managers. Top managers and organizational authority, chain of command. برضو المفروض حضرتك نعي القصة أو التوبيك الخاص ب chain of command, the system of hierarchical reporting relationships in an organization, والhierarchy, a classification of people according to authority and rank. The CEO role in influencing organizational effectiveness. طبعا CEO Chief Executive Officer CEO is responsible for setting organizational goals and designing its structure. Selects key executives to occupy the topmost levels of the managerial hierarchy. Determines top management rewards and incentives. As well, the CEO controls the allocation of scarce resources such as money and decision-making power among the organization's functional areas or business divisions. The CEO actions and reputation have a major impact on inside and outside stakeholders' views of the organization and affect the organization's ability to attract resources from its environment. The top management team as well consists of COO. COO is Chief Operating Officer. Chief Operating Officer reports directly to the CEO. Together, they share the principal responsibility for managing the business. The vice presidents are members from the top management team as well. Vice President oversees and manages the company's most significant line and staff roles. In this table, there are some definitions of the top management team. Corporate managers from down to up. Corporate managers, the members of top management team whose responsibility is to set strategy for the corporation as a whole. Top management team, a group of managers who report to the CEO and COO and help the CEO set the company's strategy and its long-term goals and objectives. Staff role, managers who are in charge of specific organizational function, such as sales or research and development R&D. Line role, managers who have direct responsibility for the production of goods and services. The other managers in the management hierarchy are divisional managers, managers who set policy only for the division they head, functional managers, managers who are responsible for developing the functional skills and the capabilities that collectively provide the core competencies that give the organization its competitive advantage. So, functional managers, managers who are responsible for developing the functional skills and capabilities that collectively provide the core competencies that give the organization its competitive advantage. So, in this exhibit, we show the management hierarchy from up to down. From up, you will find the ownership and you will find the shareholders. Trustship, you'll find board of directors, chair of the board of directors, and you'll find as well salary committee and executive committee. At the corporate management level, you will find chief executive officer, president or chief operating officer, executive vice presidents, senior vice presidents, and vice presidents. At the divisional management level, you'll find general managers or divisional managers. At the functional management, you will find functional managers at this level. An agency theory perspective. Agency theory offers a useful way of understanding the complex authority relationship between top management and the board of directors. Agency relation arises when one person, the principal, like shareholders, one person delegates decision-making authority or control over resources to another. So, the agency problem, a problem in determining managerial accountability that arises when delegating authority to managers. Shareholders as principals, according to the agency problem, are at an information disadvantage compared with top managers. It takes considerable time to see the effectiveness of decisions managers may make. So, in that time, the moral hazard problem may exist. So, moral hazard problem, it exists when a principal finds it very difficult to evaluate how well the agent has performed because the agent possesses an information advantage. The agent has an incentive to pursue goals and objectives that are different from the principal's. So, how can you solve the agency problem? In agency theory, the central issue is to overcome the agency problem by using governance mechanisms that align the interests of principals and agents. Governance mechanisms, the forms of control that align the interests of principal and agent so both parties have the incentive to work together, of course, to maximize organizational effectiveness. The most effective way of aligning interests between management and shareholders is to make managers' rewards contingent on the outcomes of their decision. Ways of doing this: using the stock-based compensation schemes, monetary rewards in the form of stocks or stock options that are linked to the company's performance. Using the promotion and career paths. So, with regard to top managers and organizational ethics, we will start the next lecture from this slide. And thanks so much for all viewers, and hope all is going well with you, and see you soon.